To one and all. I'm Dr. Maushmi Kumar from CIRAC, a very much anticipated session, which is our own JRFs, which are going to present their last year progress in this next session. We are privileged to have Dr. Karantikar with us, who is COE of SVU, and he will be chairing our session. A gentle reminder to all of our JRFs that you have to be mindful about keeping your presentation in time, follow the timelines. You'll be presenting and talking for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, you will get an alarming bell, which will be followed by the next 1 minute for question-answer sessions. I wish all the JRFs who are going to present all the best. And in this presentation, sir, we have total 18 presentations. 14 are SVU JRFs, and remaining 4 are from extramural grants. I request all the JRFs to quickly introduce yourself before starting your presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Nidhi Shirke from Somaiya School of Basic and Applied Sciences from the Department of Polymer Science for a presentation.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Nidhi Dilip Shirke from Department of Polymer Science. I'm under guidance of Dr. Vandana Jamdar. Today, I'm going to present on development of bio-based resin systems for composites and coating applications. I joined as an RTA at November 2022. Till now, this is the research work, what I have done till now. So this is the title of my project, like development of bio-based resin system for composites and coating application. The next is then the introduction. So development of the bio-based systems for I'm using the renewable feedstock for that sustainability approach as used for the preparation of the novel functional resin systems through various chemistries. So utilization of renewable materials like various lignin derived materials and also from the various feedstock that we use for that application and synthesize a particular resin for composite, basically for composites and coating applications. So further evaluation of that application base like composites and coating for their meet the desired properties to the conventional that we get for a market. So our aim of the project to synthesize bio-based resin systems, like for example resins, we are seeing that epoxies, polyurethane, polyesters and alkyd from the renewable feedstock. So these are the resin basically used for the industrial applications for coatings and composites. So next is the objective. This is the work has been done till now. So this is my project and our aim to explore various renewable resources that is available in the nature. So these resins from that we can use like lignin and other. These are the resins I synthesize in the lab, and this is the intermediate product, and then from that intermediate product this is lignin derived that we usually found in the wood. So this is resin that we chemically and spectroscopically analyze, and we propose to utilize this synthesized bio-based epoxy resin for that composite application. This is the composite made in the lab. So next, other than this is the another work plan I'm going to do for that, only not for the epoxy system, but the other resin systems, like design and synthesis of various from renewable resources to synthesize, to study of that synthesized resin for the various functionality and comparing with the conventional resin what we get in the market. So that utilization, the main aim to utilize of that renewable feedstocks. So these are the expected outcome. So whatever the resin is prepared from that will be innovative materials, science, and address both performance demand like composite. There are various UTM standards and all these things. So we have to compare that synthesized resin system to a conventional one. Then the other one is the sustainability benefits. We are overall seeing that all the industries are growing as for that sustainability criteria, using the sustainable product for creating from the renewable feedstock. So this is the our aim approach for greater incorporation of biobase or the recycled material. For example, like we are using various agricultural waste as a filler for that preparing a various resin or the application based systems. So the main is to reducing reliance of the fossil fuel base and lowering all our environmental footprint. The various these composites and coating application goes in the various application like automotives, aerospace, constructions and consumer goods, driven by a sustainable formulation to make the specific performance required. So other than this is my achievement till now, the 2 review article and 1 research paper on the process. So thank you.
Hello. I have one question. Every presenter I will ask at least one question. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about the composites and the coating material, correct?
Yes.
But you're targeting renewal, correct?
Yes.
So are you targeting any parameters of the existing coating material which you will compare? You talk about the environmental aspect also, correct? So are you going to do some validation of your material?
Yes, we are
And
exploring.
particularly you talk about the applications. Normally when you talk about application, don't talk various. Are you targeting particular application or it is applicable to all?
2 application, composites and coating.
Correct, but for what? You said industry, automobiles and all that.
Yes.
That you said etc. That you should avoid.
Okay.
Concentrate on your work on particular type of material or particular type application for coating or composites. That is what I suggest.
Okay.
So in what sense what you are doing that? Just answer that.
For example, like for composite, the composites go into aerospace application, also in the automotive.
Don't say also. What is your target? That is what is important.
Automotive applications.
You are just giving the answer because I asked the question or
no,
your
sir.
No, I'm
Actually,
telling you that many times we make, what we say that it can be applied anywhere. Don't avoid that. A researcher should not do that. Okay, as you are doing very targeted research, you should have some particular application in
Okay,
mind.
sir. Yes, sir.
And see that you go along with your project accordingly.
Okay, sir.
Now I would like to call Megha Pradeep Balu from SK Somaiya School of Commerce and Business Studies.
Hello. So imagine you wake up at the crack of dawn, work tirelessly all day, earn just enough to get by, and yet you have no secure ways to save or invest. Well, this is not just a story, but a reality for millions of people across India's unorganized sector. What if I tell you the solution is not far as we think? The answer is something which we carry in our pockets every single day. That is a mobile phone. So this brings us to the focus of my research, that is assessing the adoption and impact of mobile-based transaction on financial inclusion of selected occupational groups in the unorganized sector of Mumbai metropolitan region. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Megha Pradeep Balu, and I am pursuing my research under the guidance of Dr. Rajalakshmi Anantharaman. I am a JRF funded by UGC. So let me walk you through the progress of my PhD journey so far. So after the title was approved, I conducted an extensive review of literature, and this helped me to identify the research gap. I have also published one paper in the International Journal of Science, Engineering and Management, and one paper that is a bibliometric analysis paper, is in the process of publication. I have presented my paper in various national and international conferences. The major milestone in my research journey was finalization of the questionnaire. The questionnaire was finalized keeping all the key variables in mind. Since my target population belonged to the unorganized sector, I opted for physical forms rather than using online tools like Google Forms. Also, I translated the questions into vernacular language, that is Hindi and Marathi. I also personally administer the questionnaire by conducting face-to-face interviews. To ensure the validity of my research, I conducted a pilot study, and right now I am in the process of my data collection. So financial inclusion is a major challenge, as many people still do not have access to various financial services, like savings, investment, or credit. According to the World Bank's latest Findex data, around 1.4 billion people still are unbanked. However, technology is helping in bridging this gap and making financial services more accessible and affordable for the people who were previously unbanked. One of the significant advancement is the use of mobile phones. With its help, people can send and receive money. They can pay their bills, and also they can access various financial services conveniently. If we talk about India's unorganized sector, they play a vital role in the economy by contributing significantly to the employment and GDP. Despite their contribution, these people often face challenges in accessing financial services. My research focuses on how mobile-based transactions are helping this group, and it is enhancing their financial inclusion. So let me walk you through the objectives of my research. So the very first objective is to examine the awareness of mobile-based transaction among the selected occupational groups. Next, I will evaluate the digital literacy level of the selected occupational groups and the impact it has on its adoption. The next objective is to evaluate the role of trust and perceived security concern in shaping the adoption of mobile-based transaction. We also evaluate the impact of mobile-based transaction on saving habit and usage of financial services among the selected occupational groups. Finally, we check or we assess the impact of mobile-based transaction on enhancing financial inclusion among these groups. Work plan. So one of the major milestone is the data collection process. I expect to complete that by March 2025. After the data collection is done, the next step is to analyze and interpret the data to gain meaningful insights. I will also work simultaneously on finalizing the chapterization of my thesis, which is expected to be completed by May 2025. And finally, I'll submit my synopsis, which will consider the key findings of my research. This slide provides an overview of my achievements and active involvement in various academic and research-oriented activities. These are the certificates from various national and international conferences. That's it. Thank you.
You're not presented exactly what your work is going on. Actually, more highlight should be on that. You're given the path of only plan and all that. So the survey questions, what you're
yes, sir.
Because it is based on survey,
yeah,
basically. So that questionnaire, is there any standardization, or have you got it verified from someone so that it will, take care of all the outcomes what you require?
Yeah.
And second question, you must have defined one or two objectives. It's not one objective. What you're talking about, the
yes, sir. Under that there are
financial inclusion of the public and particular region, correct? So all those objectives will be covered in one survey, or you have to have a different survey for
so that will be covered under one. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I will now call Neelam Basare from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ms. Neelam Bhusare from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy. I'm working as a SVU JRF under the guidance of Dr. Maushmi Kumar. So today, I'm presenting the work which I have worked since 2 years. So this is one of the topics from my PhD project. So it is synthesis, cytotoxicity assessment, docking analysis of N10 substituted acridone derivatives as a potential anti-cancer agent. As all of we know, cancer is a leading cause of death, and it is a complex, multifactorial, and devastating disease which has baffled various researchers over the years. So it is one of the cause which is due to the lifestyle changes and everything that takes place in our daily life. So there are various approaches for that, and it happens due to the genetic and epigenetic changes which are often grows the cell out of control, and this is due to the various irregulation or alteration of various pathways which are like EGFR pathways, CDK kinases, telomerase, and then VGFR and glycolysis pathway, which are mostly involved into the cell cycle progression and also the cell growth. So there are already various drugs which are available into the market which is targeting via this pathway, but there are side effects and also the resistance which takes place for that drugs. So we are studying the acridone derivatives as those are showing the inherent anti-cancer activity, and various researchers have worked for it, and they have shown the positive effects toward overcoming the multi-drug resistance. These are some of the structures which are already published by the researchers which are showing the positive effects towards it. So there are the overexpressions of various receptors into the cancers, and there are the overexpression of EGFRs and everything which takes place, and it start the progression or the cell division fastly. These are the objectives which I have finalized and which are already approved by the DAC committee in 2023, and these are the designing of some novel acridone derivatives with the help of various in silico and also the literature review. Then the synthesis and purification of those with the help of various analytical and spectroscopical technique. And the biological evaluation of those compounds with the help of in vitro, that is the cell line studies we are doing for that. In the work progress, for the firstly in silico studies were performed for all the derivatives which we have planned to synthesize. Those are the 24 derivatives which we have planned. And its in silico studies were performed with the help of various softwares like BioVia, Autodoc, and Molecular Operating Environment, from which also the ADMET studies, that is the absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, and the toxicity studies were performed, and the compound which showing the target prediction, the software which are showing the target prediction, that is the compounds which will targeted was various receptors or the ligands, ligases, proteases that we have studied, and it has shown that the compound will target the 80% of the kinases. So we are mainly planning to target the receptor tyrosine kinases for the cancer treatment. For those, the synthesis and the purification of those 24 compounds is performed with the help of various reactions like Ullmann condensation and the cyclization reactions. And the purification was performed with the help of column chromatography, and its purity was checked with the help of HPLC. Various spectral analysis was performed in which the FTIR was performed for the functional group determination, HPLC was performed for the purity, NMR and mass is performed for the structural identification of those compounds. Further, the in vitro studies with the help of various biological evaluation data or the biological assays is performed to predict the target or to finalize where the compound is active for which target. For those, the cell lines were used for various cancers, and its in vitro studies and cytotoxicity assessment studies are performed. These are the expected outcomes where those compounds which have shown the highest activity or having the IC50 at a lower concentration will act as a growth suppressor, and it will reduces the tumor. This is the just example of the tyrosine kinase inhibitor, that is the EGFR, and compound will act as an inhibitor of the phosphorylation process, and it will downregulate the cell proliferation, improve the cell apoptosis, downregulate the cell migration, and also downregulate the angiogenesis process. Further, these are the achievement where I have published 2 review article and 1 research article in Scopus Index journal, and also one is under communication. I have also received an outstanding poster presentation award in the EMF conference, and which is held at MIT University. And just previous 2 days we were in the conference, and there I have also presented a work that is as a form of oral presentation in the ISCB conference, which is held at Lucknow University. Thank you.
Are you going to work in collaboration with any hospital? Ultimately, for the...
Actually, sir, for the hospital, it is difficult because the in vivo study is not included in the study. So before going to the hospital, we have to perform that in vivo study in animals, and then we can do that also. Actually, my research paper is according to the in vivo study only, but the whatever I have synthesized, that compounds I have not done that in vivo study. So once I'll do that, because we don't have the animal facility over here. Yeah, somebody will take, because yeah, animal study and then the in patients also. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Actually, I have not modeled anything. I have performed a docking study only for the binding affinity, to check the binding affinity towards the receptors. So I have... no, it's totally fine. So my molecule is acridone compounds, which is a 3-ring structure, and where we have performed a docking study with the help of 4 PDB IDs. For all of those 24 compounds. So we have finalized the compounds which have shown the higher binding affinity towards the receptors.
Okay, let me slightly refine the question.
Yeah.
Not take more than a minute or so, or I'll talk to your advisor. How many atoms are there in your system, to be precise? And let me just add up to that. Whether MP2 docking, you might have heard, or your boss might have heard, MP2 docking, is it going to be useful for you in studying the better binding abilities? Whether that can shed any light on your findings?
Yeah, actually, I have no idea about
you can
that docking, but
question. How big are yours? How many atoms are there?
Actually, I guess 32 or something that atoms are there, but I have not counted that exactly how much, because the 24 compounds are of the different derivatives. So I cannot say that these are the particular number of the atoms which are present, but around 35 to 40 must be there.
Great, thanks. Because I'm working on something similar. Maybe
Okay.
I'll talk to your...
Yes. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Our next JRF is Geeta Lakshmi Kochar from Somaiya School of Basic and Applied Sciences. Humanities. Sorry, humanities.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Geeta Lakshmi Kochi and I am a JRF under Dr. Sanjay Rode. So broad topic of my presentation I would say is comparative analysis of crop diversification under different climate conditions in Karnataka. So before I begin with my presentation, in this past 1 year, I have said yes to all the opportunities that I got. Dr. Nankumar Kunchige, he just gave his presentation. So under KIAR and along with GBL, I could learn a lot of things from there with respect to agriculture. Not only that, while I came up for this presentation, just now I got my mail for my DAC, which is on 5th. So so whatever I'm going to present is the time, before that, whatever I have learned and whatever progress I have made is I have mentioned in this presentation. Yeah. So basically, crop diversification, to define that, it refers to the practice of cultivating multiple crops in the same area simultaneously or at different time periods. Again, there are multiple types of crop diversification as well. It can be intercropping, it can be sequential cropping, it can be relay intercropping, it can be agroforestry, etc. So my objective is to increase farmers' income using crop diversification, because still there's a lot of rigidity when it comes to diversifying their crop, because they have practiced monocropping for multiple years. Also because of certain reasons, again, they have. Over here, I'm trying to compare crop diversification in two different climatic zones in Karnataka, again, in northern dry zone and tropical monsoon area. So Bagalkot and Belgavi is from northern dry zone, while Dakshina Kannada and Udupi are from tropical monsoon. These are some of the objectives. So trends and to understand the trends and patterns of crop diversification in the selected region, comparison between two geoclimatic zones. Third is definitely to understand the social and demographic aspects and their interrelationship with the choice of the crop that the farmers are making. Then environmental aspects, also the policy insights, and the major objective using all of these things is to increase the household income. Right now also we can see that there is this buzz going on, even day before yesterday's Indian Express talks about MSP and how it is not actually helping with the crop diversification by Ashok Gulati. So yeah, in the past 1 year, these are some of the publications and conferences that I have published. And the first paper over here is Impact of Online Media on Agricultural Practices and Rural Development, a content analysis. Again, because my DAC was not over yet, this is not exactly my research area, but around that, whatever I could do is this paper basically. In last ARM, I could meet Sharanya ma'am, who gave a presentation about reaps last year. So this was with her. Along with that, with Gokul, who is from International Studies, he's also a JRF. I wrote a paper with him also about India as the leader of Global South in G20, agricultural aspects of that. And then along with one more JRF is my third chapter on assessing disproportionate effects of disasters on vulnerable India. And along with that, I have mentioned some of the conferences that I have attended and presented my paper. This is the progress and work plan. First one is sugar beet price sensitivity survey that I conducted in Samirwadi region. So I had surveyed 85 plots, and to understand what is the price that farmers are expecting for sugar beet, which was a novel experiment over there for over 300 acres. So I could understand the cost and profitability of that, and along with that, I also compared it with maize and wheat and its cost and profitability. And then the work I have done under Project REAPS under the mentorship of Dr. Sharanya Thalur is to talk to farmers, understand their stories, and to write the blogs. And future work plan, definitely, first of all, it is DAC. After that, questionnaire development, data collection, and data analysis. So that's from my side. Thank you. Yes.
My question is, initially you started with Karnataka.
Yes.
It's a big area.
Yes.
Right? Then I can see that you talk about particular 2 districts.
Yes.
And at the end, you are talking about particular, crop area.
Yes.
This particular. What I feel that you concentrate on your research on particular small area, because I don't know what questionnaire you will prepare and what the data analysis you will do. Because again, within the two, what you can say regions, there will be a difference in the, what you can say, environmental conditions will change.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever the suggestions you will be giving for crop diversity, that will, will depend upon that. Just check it. better you concentrate 4 or 5 regions where different environmental conditions are there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
going to
it.
do. Tropical
But
monsoon
then
and northern dry
if it
zone.
is a title, that is a misleading. You don't say Karnataka or something like that.
No, within Karnataka there are 6 climatic zones. Under that
I understand that.
Yeah.
But which zone you are trying to that you mention, that will be better.
yeah,
Okay?
that I'll
Don't say the state name, because then it comes that you are going to do analysis for whole state.
Yes.
That you are not going to do.
Yeah.
It is not the conclusion for whole state, the crop diversity, how it can be achieved.
Yeah.
It is for particular region.
Yes.
So that climate, what are the conditions are there, that you mention.
Sure.
And concentrate on that.
Sure, sir. Yes. Yes, ma'am. So one I wrote with Dr. Sharanya Thalur. She's a faculty. Yes. Second one is Gokul. His co-author, corresponding author. Yeah, so both of our guides did help us with that. They reviewed the paper and yeah. And then we are under the mentorship of... they weren't excluded, so... No, we learned and then we independently worked on it, basically. Okay. No, we have spoken to sir before publishing that.
What she's talking about, as you are JRF, you got one mentor,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
That name has to be there everywhere you go. Everywhere.
No, this was before allocating the mentor basically. So during my
Oh,
coursework, and... No, this won't go into my thesis anyways. That's what I said. I said yes to all the opportunities I got. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir? Oh, okay. Sure. Thank you.
आप जो ये लिटरेचर रिव्यू करते हैं इसमें
जी,
तो उसमें किस तरह के जर्नल्स को सर्च करते हैं? क्योंकि देखिए, अगर आप इंडियन लेवल के जर्नल्स को सर्च करेंगे तो ये टॉपिक जो है आपको यूरोपियंस के इंटरेस्ट का तो नहीं मिलेगा। तो आपके कर्नाटक की लैंड्स के बारे में कुछ स्टडी कर रहे हो
जी,
तो ऐसा टॉपिक जब तक आप नहीं चूज करेंगे जिस पे पूरा वर्ल्ड को जरूरत पड़े, तब तक आप उसको स्कोपस और एससीआई लेवल के जर्नल्स में पब्लिश नहीं करा पाएंगे।
Sir, there are quite a few journals that we saw, Agricultural Communications and Journal of Agricultural
You
Economics.
see the Elsevier and Springer and search how many
That's
journals are
what.
in Europe.
It is from Elsevier only, Journal of Agricultural
Right, that
Economics.
thing, many students I have seen, you refer to the UGC listed journal and then they try for Scopus or SCI, then it is very tough to go there.
Yeah, it is very tough, but then
This
that's
is the time
where...
you can work. No? Later
Sure.
when you in job, it will be little bit difficult.
Surely. So over here we work on the statistical techniques that we use and... Yes, yes, sir, sure. Thank you.
But one question, still it is there. Be careful that you will be diversity. You will be looking from the crop yield point of view or the returns point of view. Be careful. on that.
Returns point of view.
But returns are related
It
to
is
market.
interconnected with yield
Market.
again.
So just check it.
Yes, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta Lakshmi. Our next JRF is Gokul K from Somaiya School of Humanities and Social Sciences.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Google K. I'm a UGC JRF, possessing 2 UGC JRFs in International Relations and Area Studies and Defense and Strategic Studies. And I am under the mentorship of Ambassador T.P. Srinivasan and Dr. S.N.V. Shivakumar, sir. And I'll be presenting my topic titled The Politics of Indo-US Technology Cooperation, a study on the space sector. So, coming to the introduction, Indo-US strategic cooperation is very dynamic because, as we can all know, international relations is always a dynamic topic. And with every new leaders and every aspects, it keeps changing, and it's also always a fascinating topic. So looking upon the space, I always admired upon the stars, so I'm always interested in the space, and naturally I came to this topic of looking upon the politics behind space. And looking upon the cooperation between India and US, we can see a general autonomy from the general condition of ties. So basically, what I'm trying to do is combining geopolitics and technology, and that way, I think it would be very interesting. So, coming to my basic objectives, I'll be trying to understand who are the major elements determining the trajectory of Indo-US space partnership, both public and private. I'll try to evaluate the past, present, and future political and economic implications for Indo-US space cooperation. The third aspect would be this one is a previous slide. I mean, the major objective would be to ascertain whether China would be a major actor in determining the trajectory and the future, and also assess the problems and possibilities and the risk because of the geopolitics involved, and propose any policy suggestions, which is very obvious, and try to predict or look upon the future scientific collaboration opportunities in the space technology. So coming to my work plan, I intend to look upon the historical records. I intend to prepare as a questionnaire and interview various stakeholders, including diplomats in USA, India, scientists in NASA, ISRO, policy experts, academicians, and come up on a qualitative and a quantitative content analysis. So coming to my achievements and my work, I had the great opportunity to interact with the great personalities of history, including the ISRO chairman S. Somnath and other distinguished dignitaries. And because of that, I have incorporated some and changed my perceptions, views, and also incorporated some opinions of them into my future DAC presentation, and which I hope it will happen very soon. So coming to my publications, I published a paper titled Chinese Hegemony in 5G, which was written along with Dr. Girish Kumar and Advait Dasas in the Indian Journal of Politics and International Relations, Volume 15, Issue 2. I also did a paper titled India as a Leader of Global South in the G20, Implication, Prospects and Challenges with Ms. Geeta Lakshmi in the ISTA Journal. And I am awaiting publications for mapping renewable trajectories, a multidimensional analysis of India and China's energy landscape, which was written with Geeta Lakshmi in the Energy Papers, which is a Scopus Index journal. I have also written a paper titled Strategic Significance of Blue Economy in the Indo-Pacific, Opportunities and Challenges, which was written along with Ms. Geeta Lakshmi and Dr. Satyendra Upadhyay, and it was presented in a conference in Mumbai University. So coming to my paper presentation, I have done 7 paper presentations, and it was done in different conferences. The titles would be International Waste Trade, a Contestation of Global Sustainable Efforts, done in KJSIM, Mumbai. In the Economic Crisis in Pakistan, a curious case of economic mismanagement and political instability, done in University of Calicut, Malappuram. Addressing Climate Migration in South Asia, multidimensional analysis of policy propositions taken by South Asian nations, which was done at SK Somaiya College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Mumbai. India as a leader of Global South in the G20, Implication, Prospects and Challenges at the ISTA conference. Mapping renewable trajectories, a multidimensional analysis of India and China's energy landscape, which was done at the Goa Institute of Management. The sixth paper was Strategic Significance of Blue Economy in the Indo-Pacific Opportunities and Challenges, done at the University of Mumbai. And the last conference was Cooperation between USA, India, and Latin American countries in the space sector, Current Trajectory and Future Dimensions. Not only that, I had also co-edited a book which was written by Ambassador T.P. Srinivasan, titled Diplomacy Liberated, and these are my works. Thank you.
Presentation is there, your topic of thesis is different and presentation is different. That is, you are working in general.
No, sir. This is the title I have come upon for my.
No, but I don't see any publication which is relevant to your title. Fine, you are done work. No issue on that. Can you go to title? Just one question on that.
Yes, sir.
What is this meaning of politics, actually? I could not understand. Because nowhere in your presentation politics were repeated.
I mean, sir, international, yes, sir. Politics,
it can be strategies or, policies or whatever, Indo-US relationship, something like that. Politics word, just check.
Yes, sir.
Because it means different. It really totally means different.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure, sir.
But are you sure that your publications and its title are related? No. It is for your work, no?
I mean, yes, for my. Yeah.
And as madam has said, you all JRF students, please remember that when you are giving title of paper, don't forget to mention authors. Okay?
Yes.
I know that where it is published and all that, that is also important. But the authors are very important. And you need to have publication with your guides. And I don't think any publication right now as on date with your guides.
I mean,
from the list you provided.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we are awaiting that.
Fine, fine.
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
saying.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Our next JRF is Ms. Aditi Chavan from Somaiya School of Basics and Applied Sciences. So our next JRF is Aditi Agrawal from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. I am Ms. Aditi Agarwal, pursuing PhD in Life Sciences under the mentorship of Dr. Maushmi Kumar from Somaiya Institute of Research and Consultancy. The topic of my presentation is natural alkaloids as potential lead in melanoma chemotherapy. So melanoma is one of the type of skin cancer, the other two types being the squamous cell carcinoma and basal cell carcinoma. So why melanoma? Because it is very much prevalent nowadays, and it is estimated to increase in the coming years due to heavy UV exposure from the sun. So we are looking in melanoma cancer, and we are targeting melanoma by the natural product therapy, that is bisindole alkaloids. Now, why bisindole alkaloids? Because there is structural symmetry as well as various pharmacological activities has been associated with bisindole alkaloids. And here are some of the examples of the natural bisindole alkaloids which are present in the terrestrial ecosystem as well as the marine ecosystem. So the objectives for the proposed work will be the in silico analysis of the natural bisindole alkaloids against therapeutic target in melanoma. Next, the screened molecules will be assessed for in vitro biochemical evaluation, and then in vitro efficacy testing of the alkaloids using the melanoma cell lines will be performed. So the work plan till now has been, the in silico analysis has been done. So here VEGFR2 receptor, which is from the receptor tyrosine kinase family, has been reported and has been used, because it is seen that VEGFR2 receptor is the most dysregulated receptor in melanoma. So that has been the target. and the ligands, that is the target molecules, are the natural bis-indole alkaloids. We have performed and made a database of 277 bis-indole alkaloids through a extensive literature search from PubMed and Google Scholar from last 50 years, and prepared the bis-indole alkaloids database. So the ligand preparation was done for the alkaloids. Next, the 3D database building of the alkaloid structure was done, and the library screening was performed to assess the molecules. Next is the filtering was done using the Lipinski rule of 5 to assess the druggability characteristics of the bis-indole alkaloids. The filtered molecules was then assessed for the ADME and the toxicity properties. In that, Ames mutagenicity studies was also performed. And lastly, the top 5 molecules was characterized using the molecular docking and MDA simulation studies. After that, the hit compounds we obtained from the docking and the simulation studies will be screened for the biochemical properties. And next, after the positive results of the biochemical assays, the in vitro analysis of the molecules for the melanoma chemotherapy as a potential target will be done using the melanoma cell lines. So in broad sense, the expected outcome is the filtered bis-indole alkaloids will be taken, and it will be seen for its inhibitory activity for EGFR receptor. And next, then the reduction in melanoma cell proliferation as well as metastasis will be assessed. And further down is my publications so far. So there is one book chapter that has been communicated, one review article, which has been titled The Effect of Epigenetic Changes in HIF Gene Across Various Cancer Types, has been published in Gene Elsevier. So in this review article, the effect of HIF gene in the cancer hypoxia milieu and its epigenetic changes was seen and has been reported. Further, the research article has been written and has been communicated. And I would like to also mention that recently on 27th January 2025, I have presented a poster on same at the 30th International ICSB conference held at Lucknow University. And thank you. Any questions?
Two questions actually. This ultimately your work will lead to a drug formation, or it will you are going to form a drug, or it will be ultimately part of the drug formation?
No, sir. The alkaloids which will be screened, they will go into the formulation for the melanoma.
And why that word is there in potential word in your title? I don't know. You have given some title.
Yes, sir.
I could not understand as a potential. It means
So, sir, till now there has been no bis-indole alkaloid which has been reported for melanoma chemotherapy. So, we are hoping that the bis-indole alkaloid will be the first molecule for melanoma chemotherapy. So, that's why potential lead. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi. Next, I would like to call next JRF, Mugdha Shigrekar from Somaiya School of Basics and Applied Science.
Good afternoon all. Myself Mugdha Shigrekar from the Department of Polymer Science. My mentor is Dr. Vaijayanti Amdoskar, and here I'm going to talk about my project development of hybrid emulsions from plant-based monomers for coating applications. So, introduction. Polymer play an important role in day-to-day life, but the vast majority of them are derived from non-renewable conventional petroleum-based chemicals. There has been increasing concern about turning renewable biomass into a range of marketable polymers in light of the challenges of the petroleum shortage and environmental damage brought about by the plastic. Development and utilization of bio-based polymers are regarded as an efficient method of conserving petroleum resources and safeguarding the atmosphere. These days, a lot of chemical processes use renewable feedstock. Then the objective of the project is synthesis of polymer from new bio-based monomers by emulsion polymerization methods for paint, adhesive, and coating applications. So why? To reduce the use of non-renewable conventional polymers, to develop sustainable environment-friendly emulsion coatings. Again, emulsion polymerization is a process where it is a free radical polymerization process where water-insoluble monomers are emulsified with with help of surfactants that are anionic and non-anionic surfactants. Another way, many times coatings are made from solvents which are harmful for the environment. But in emulsion polymerization, water is used as a dispersing agent. For that reason, it is environment friendly. Then how? Exploration of plant-based products having properties similar to the conventional polymers, modification of plant-based products to develop coating and coating materials. Many a times, the biomass is readily available for directly polymerization. Sometimes we have to make modification at the hydroxyl group available on that biomass. We either have to do acrylation or further transesterification and further acrylation to make it polymerizable. Then the advantages of this is it is sustainable, again it is renewable and non-toxic, and it helps reduce carbon footprint. So far we have taken several batches and we are successful in only making 6 stable batches, that is uniform batches. Other batches showed separations. So we tried different combinations with conventional polymers like the butyl acrylate and styrene and methyl methacrylate, and we measured the physical properties like its solids, then the film property, their appearance, their pH was measured, and their stability for 3 to 4 months was measured. And then here we were successful in forming the film formation, which can be used for adhesive applications. Then the work plan, again, to check the repeatability of the stable batches, because many a time what happens is for small batches, we happen to, like, the film formation occurs or the batches are good, but when we go to scale up or these things, we do not get proper results. For that, we have to check the repeatability of the stable batches. Then experiment copolymerization of bio-based monomers with other hard monomers. Then check all the physical parameters, like for the purpose of comparability with the other conventional products available in the market. Then the characterization, like the DSC for the glass transition temperature and other physical parameters. Then testing and evaluation of prepared hybrid emulsions for coating applications. And this is the last slide. Recently, in the month of October, my mentor and I published a paper on a review on recent progress and techniques used for fabricating superhydrophobic coating derived from bio-based material in RSC Advances journal. Thank you.
JRF students, don't say I publish.
Sorry. Yeah.
I presented in conference, that is fine. Don't say I published, because many people even write that I published the paper. No. Only one question, this sustainability testing, how you will accommodate, because this time period can be years together, or maybe months or hours or minutes. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm just talking about. So how you will validate your whatever material or whatever the different composition you are trying to present for coating, okay? So, period, sustainability, how you will challenge?
Here, in terms of the bio-based material, what happens is at when we make it or when we synthesize it, they form a homogeneous mixture, like a complete stable batch. But after some times, it just separates into the layers. So sustainability in that point, like, it should stay as it is for the till the time it is applicable, like for application purposes. It moves. Yeah. Yeah, that's a challenge, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now I will call our next JRF, Pranali Patil Mahajan from Somaiya School of Basic and Applied Sciences.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. My name is Pranali Patil, a JRF at Biotechnology Department under Dr. Seema Samrani. I joined in July 2023, but after 3 months I had to go on medical leave, which was followed by maternity leave, and I have rejoined this Jan. So I have narrowed down to two primary areas. One of it is probiotics, and the second one is organic solvent tolerant enzymes. So today I'll be presenting on probiotics. The title of which is Screening and Characterization of Bacillus strains as New Promising Strains for Use in Probiotic Feed Additives. So as we all know, livestock production is the backbone of agriculture in developing countries as it supports food security as well as economic status of the country. Economic status of the country. So success of this industry, it depends upon the quality of the bird or the animal which is employed, the environment which is provided, and also the feed. The management of diseases in this sector is very challenging. Since the discovery of antibiotics, they have played unparalleled role in preventing and curing these diseases. They are also used as growth promoting antibiotics. But due to overuse and misuse of these antibiotics, there was a ban which was brought about in the use of these antibiotics in the feed. But due to the ban on these antibiotics, it led to a decrease in the productivity as well as increase in the diseases. So therefore, new alternatives are being researched upon. One of the attractive alternative is probiotics. So probiotics are live organisms which when given in adequate amounts, they confer good health benefits to the host. So the most common probiotic which we all are known for is lactic acid bacteria. But in this sector, it has certain disadvantages. First of all is their growth is very slow and it requires expensive and complex media. So this will add upon the cost of production. Second is they cannot handle the extreme environments in a gastric in our gut, they cannot survive in the gut conditions. So therefore, a second alternative which we have is the spore formers. Now, spore is a dormant form of life which can germinate when given good conditions. So one of the microorganisms which can be used is the Bacillus species. Now, Bacillus species is a gram-positive rod-shaped bacteria which is present ubiquitous in environment. So the aim of my project will be to isolate Bacillus species from different sources and assess their characters to be used as a probiotic in livestock feed. So the objectives are to isolate Bacillus species obtained from different natural sources. Till now, as per my knowledge, most of the work has been done from Bacillus which has been isolated from the gut of the animals itself. So I will be trying to obtain these strains from natural sources and use them in their feed. Second objective is to assess the safety and ability of the isolates to be used as probiotics. Third, to determine the antimicrobial activity of the same against common pathogens which are found in the livestock. Then fourth is in vitro determination of enzyme activities of the Bacillus isolates. This will just supplement for the digestive capabilities. And lastly, the formulation of a probiotic to be patented. So the work plan, it will go as follows. First is collection of samples from natural sources, then isolation of Bacillus species, which will undergo identification like I will isolate different bacteria and then I will identify bacillus from it by various tests, then testing the potential of isolates to be used as probiotics, and finally formulation of the product. So expected outcomes, bacillus species with great potential as probiotics will be isolated and known. This will lead to a reduction in the use of antibiotics in the livestock sector, and also it will increase the performance of animals and decrease the incidence of diseases. And also it can be patented, which can be further optimized and can be used on a large scale in the livestock sector. Thank you.
That your work is not yet started.
No,
That
sir.
is what I understand.
Yes, sir.
In such case, it is always advisable to give a tabulated literature review.
Okay.
Instead of, work plan is fine, but whatever object you have defined, you're going to develop, I could not get the, some technical terms I've forgotten, but
Yes,
whatever
sir.
it may be, tabulated, literature review would have been better.
Okay.
And those, whatever these publications you will list in a tabulated literature review for particular objective can be
Okay.
used for validation and justification of your results.
Okay, sir.
In your thesis or whatever work you are doing.
Okay.
So this is fine. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
Ultimately, you will develop that product, what you are talking about.
So I am planning to.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
I got two questions for you.
Yes, sir.
One is, see, there are so many bacillus species which are natural resources, you are saying. But many of them soil-borne, for example, anthracnose.
Sorry?
Anthracnose,
And okay.
which is highly pathogenic for animals. Many times during summer, the goat and animal, they die because of anthracnose infection. Now, there are only 4 species of bacillus which have probiotic properties, which is already known, available in the market. Apart from these 4, are you going to identify something new?
So there are various strains also which are not being used as probiotics in livestock, especially. My application is in livestock feed. So for now, which probiotics that have been in India, it is on a very primitive stage, like using bacillus in these. I will be trying to use spores, the spores of bacillus
Yes,
instead of
normally
vegetative
probiotics
cells.
should be in sporulating stage.
Yes, yes.
If you are taking bacteria, lyophilized bacteria, it won't work. Because stability is issue.
Right.
So they have to be in sporulating and lyophilized. They will remain stable at ambient temperature. And during transport and all, they will remain stable. That is the idea. But I'm asking, there are only 4 species of bacillus which have probiotic property isolated from the gut of the swines.
Yes.
You are saying you will isolate from the natural resources.
Yes, sir.
What are those natural resources and which strains you are specifically looking for?
So I am targeting bacillus species. The strains can
species?
vary. Sir, whichever will show the potential, I'll be using those.
What-
I am not targeting on a specific strain
Which
for now.
probiotic parameters you are going to screen?
So first will be the safety. That is, I'll be doing a hemolysis test on it. Then I'll be seeing the survival in gut and acidic conditions. Then antimicrobial activity. Then addition activity. Yeah, many more are there. So I'm still into review literature because I'm
Yes, you
in
have
a
a long way to go. You have
Yes,
to first
sir.
screen properly. As sir was asking, you will develop a product. From lab to field, it takes a long time, sir. And biological material cannot be patented. So it's a good work, but they have to do a lot of literature search first.
Yes, sir.
You can isolate the bacillus from different sources, maybe from the cow dung and soil. But in soil, whatsoever available, they are all highly pathogenic. That is very important. So be careful while taking the natural material.
So this is just like I have just rejoined this month. So I got just 1 month. So this is just a primitive stage. I'll be searching more. I have I have narrowed down to 2 topics, sir.
You are the one who was on the leave.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Straight away save that of the work and the literature give exhaustive literature.
Okay.
I can understand.
Yes, sir.
Since you are talking about probiotics, just want to know if Now, which are the probiotic strains used in human probiotic?
For now, that are used in Bacillus strains, those we have Gallipro and Enterogamia, the commercialized probiotics which are used. It is by Sanofi company, which is there.
Okay. Good, good. ठीक है.
Thank you.
Our next JRF is Yogita Kamble from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Yogita Kamble. I'm a JRF under the guideship of Dr. Jitendra Satam sir. I joined under CIRAC. So the topic that I'm going to present today is development of green chemical synthesis, methodology for preparation of imidazole and 1,4-dihydropyridine derivative. So that's my topic for presentation. Okay. So the objective of this presentation is green chemical synthesis, magnetically separable metal oxide catalyst system, imidazole, and 1,4-DHP. So here we are going to look for preparation of imidazole and 1,4-DHP using mixed metal oxides. And those mixed metal oxides we are targeting for magnetically separable mixed metal oxides. The process that we are going to try for is green chemical synthesis process. Now, what exactly we are looking in green chemical synthesis is, first is we are going to look for alternative solvents. Now, these alternative solvents can be water or ethanol. Solvent-free reaction conditions. In solvent-free reaction conditions, we are going to see whether we can carry out the reaction by microwave, ultrasound, or photochemical techniques. And magnetically separable catalyst is also in the list that we are going to carry out the reaction. What are the ways in which we can prepare the mixed metal oxides is by using different processes. First is the hydrothermal process, then is co-precipitation method. Green synthesis, we are going to extract from any of the plant source that is available. So it can be a root, leaf, stem. We have not yet decided what we are going to use as an extraction material, but we can use and extract that particular metal, and that can be used for our synthesis of metal oxides. Then there is sol gel method. Then the next step that we are going to do is characterization of the techniques. So for structural characterization, that is, we are going to use XRD, TEM, and SEM. For morphological characterization, we are going to conduct SEM and TEM analysis, and optical characterization, UV visible spectroscopy. Why imidazole and 1,4-DHP derivatives, why we have chosen only these two compounds or these two materials is, my topic has been approved, like the title that I'm going to work in my research, we are technically using metal oxides, and we are going to study pharmacological activities, that is antibacterial, antifungal, antioxidant properties. And when I was doing a literature survey, we have come down to these two, imidazole and 1,4-DHP. They are showing the properties of this pharmacological activities, that is antifungal, antibacterial, and antimicrobial. And that is the reason we have taken these two, and we are going to continue. Currently, I'm on my maternity leave, so I'm just doing a review on this. We are targeting, like we are hoping to publish a review article. So till yet, we have not yet published any paper, but yes, we are trying for it. And the review paper itself is going to conduct all this, like not exactly, but we are trying to review these properties or compounds showing antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antifungal activities. This is an example from a research paper that I have taken where they have synthesized imidazole and 1,4-DHP using the solvent here is, one is ethanol, and for 1,4-DHP they have used water.
Now, heterogeneous catalyst, for first they have used heterogeneous catalyst and other is also an ion-based catalyst. Now, when we say of magnetically separable catalyst, so we are technically focusing on iron oxides. Now, iron oxides being like we can extract it easily and we can reuse it again and again, even without removing it from the reaction medium. We can just use a magnet, separate the catalyst, and then again add it on and continue the reaction process. So that would be our main focus. Expected outcome is development of green protocol and studying of the pharmacological activities is what we are trying for. So, yeah. Thank you.
Question.
Okay.
Go to the title and expected objectives. Can you relate your title and expected objective? Just check it. Read it yourself only and whether you can relate it. Just check it. So green synthesis itself is a process. No?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then why methodology, what is there I could.
Okay. So.
Another thing is now you're saying that development of green protocol, whatever you are written, just relate to your. What I'm trying to say that when you define a title, when you define a title, it should relate to your outcome ultimately. Okay? I'm talking about particularly academic PhD thesis. For research work, no issue. You can have any title.
Achha.
Just check it, otherwise you rework on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Agata. Our next speaker is Nahid Sheikh from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nahid, and today the title of my presentation is Unveiling Rock Art, Investigating Pigment Production and Weathering Effects Through Raman Spectroscopy, which is guided by Dr. Dali Davis. So, rock art paintings in India is prevalently found in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, etc. And why they are important? Because they not only provides window into the past by conveying messages and cultural practices, but also they play a huge role in economy by attracting tourists. So Raman spectroscopy is very widely used and known spectroscopic technique for analyzing paint compositions. This is one of the schematic diagram. As you can see, in these pigments, basically the paint compositions, pigments as well as binders are present, and these pigments along with binders are called as paint compositions. To begin with, our objective is first to computationally model pigments as well as paint compositions. Why? Because when you do real-time analysis, what happens is the rock, they contain minerals. They are also Raman active. So in real-time analysis, the spectra are often complex. So that is the reason we will first computationally model all the known paints and paint compositions, followed by experimentally validating our simulated results. Furthermore, this will help us to create a database for future rock art painting analysis in India, as it is not much flourished as compared to Europe and other parts of the world. Additionally, we'll also study the weathering effects on the paint of these paintings. Sorry. So this is the work which I have done so far. As you can see that table, it summarizes some of the paint compositions throughout the world. So what we have done is we have taken very simple color, which is red, which is globally, we can see it. So the main pigment present in the red is hematite. And we have taken one of the simplest paint compositions, which is hematite plus milk. So first, what we have done is we have simulated by using computational chemistry these pigments as well as paint compositions. And you can see the spectra. The lower ones are simulated spectra and the upper one are the experimental one. To summarize everything, we have provided a table which matches our values with literature, the already existing values, plus what we have done experimentally, and other than that, what we have simulated. And apart from this, what extra we have done is, in that computationally modeled paint composition, we have added an electron. And as you can see, after addition of electron, there is a significant difference in the shifts. So we can also hypothesize that electron can also be a potential weathering agent. So yes, this study, to conclude with, this study demonstrates the effectiveness of Raman spectroscopy and computational methods in understanding rock art paintings, and also it also provides insights for preserving and restoration of these rock art paintings, because they are deteriorating day by day because of human intervention as well as these weathers. So yes, and our future work will be to do these computational simulations by using higher basis sets. And apart from that, once these theoretical work is done, we are going to perform experiments by using electron molecule collision experiments. So yes, these are the my achievements and outcomes. I have presented posters, one in Somaiya Vidyavihar University, other one at NCAM 2025 at IIT ISM Dhanbad, and 2 days before, I've also presented one more poster presentation at Century of Chemistry at Nehru Science Center. Thank you everyone, and suggestions are appreciated.
Tabulation. Before that, I question is that, are you trying to prove that methodology you're talking about, Raman? That methodology you're trying to prove, or you're going to do something else?
No, sir, we are...
You said something right now, that our results experimental and this methodology is correct. Or
it isn't good, good matching.
So that is the initial work.
This is our initial work. See, you can also see some difference because we have users...
When you give such tabulation, it is always necessary that, okay, I'm not in this field, so I don't understand the meaning of word, but I can understand only the unit, okay, because engineer, correct? But Raman shift ka jo bhi hai, what are the benchmark numbers? That should be colored.
Okay.
And when you present it, you have to say that these are the benchmark numbers, something like that.
Okay.
Can you tell us right now?
Sorry, sir.
Experimental and simulated. Which are the benchmark numbers?
These literature values are benchmark. And
Literature
what we have, literature values.
But then what is the significance? Series of numbers you are mentioning. That is what I am talking about. Or for different samples it is.
No, sir. The first line is for hematite, which is comparing the literature value. The one experimental means we have purchased it and we have done Raman analysis. And then the other one we have simulated.
Probably my question may be wrong, but the comparative study doesn't, the tabulation doesn't give that, absolutely. Okay,
sir.
You have to color it or properly.
Okay.
Another thing is this sample, this Europe and all that, this is what literature.
Yes, they have did spectroscopic analysis and reported, they are reported.
But what is ultimately you are going to do then?
So we are going to create, sir, a database. Because more or less the pigments are same, but the binders are different depending upon geographical areas.
Correct. But for database, how many database, means what exactly, how many samples you will talk about?
So we are going to simulate just first for time being, and then once the simulation works are done, then we'll go.
The database will be generated from simulation.
Simulation, as well as we are going to validate these results by these experiments. And for that, we are also planning to fabricate that Raman spectrometer. So that is the future. In future.
Fabricate. Okay. It's fine. But it is available, no? It must be available.
Yes, but it is very costly. Like it was 700 per sample.
So that is why I'm not getting, that is why I asked first question. Whether your research is to make that instrument, that spectrometer, or the study of the, the quality of paint in the rock is available or something like that. No? It is correct. No?
So these project has various...
I could not get exactly.
I'll explain just 1 minute. These project have several objectives. This is just one of them, like simulating and studying the frequencies, because it is very complex when you do real time.
To understand. That is required to understand. To
But-
make a instrument, na? Correct, fine. Na? Just check it. And finally, your commitment is that you will make the spectrometer.
Yes, sir.
Surely.
That is one of the
And what is
objectives.
the main motive behind that? Only cost or anything else?
In that spectrometer, we are going to use AI/ML in that.
Okay. So be careful in that definition. Don't say just cost. Cost, never say. Please, JRF students, cost is really totally irrelevant. If anyone talks about cost, I always contradict him. Because I can be a very poor person or I can be a richer. For me, the cost is, meaning of cost is different. Okay. So be careful about the claiming the cost. And if you're claiming the cost, you just say comparison cost you can say. But that cannot be a basic aim for making any instrument. Just be careful.
Okay,
You can make it a very, common man, then it is fine. But be careful on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
I just wanted to know whether are you going to analyze the actual sites?
Yes, sir. Sarumaru Caves,
कहाँ पर है ये?
Madhya Pradesh.
You will take the spectrophotometer there or you will bring the sample?
I think we'll take it there. It will be portable.
That's what. The probe base.
Hmm.
If you are using probe base, it is free of cost available at Institute of Science, Mumbai.
But
Forensic
sir,
Science Department.
we are going to, because when we do real-time analysis, there are like so many factors. Sunlight is also there, and other sun rays and other things are also there. So like we are going to make spectrophotometer, but we are going to use AI/ML. That is why also we are creating this database. So we will feed these data and then.
So only from one site you are going to study.
Sorry, pardon.
Only one site you are going to study.
For time being that, but near that Bhimbetka is also there. But the one issue is that the AI size, they don't, I don't know, permissions we have to
you
take.
can take the permission from the ASI, definitely. There are many such places where.
Yes, there are in Karnataka, but
beds also
yes.
are there near Rajapur, this cave, Aurangabad, Madhya Pradesh, everywhere. Okay.
Thank you, Nahid. Calling our next JRF, Pratima Pandey from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
Good evening all, I am Pratima Pandey, SVU JRF, working under the guidance of Dr. Maushmi Kumar in CIREC. And my topic for the today's presentation is exploring the role of anthraquinone in Alzheimer's disease, which is a neurodegenerative disease that causes the memory loss and cognitive declines. And it is the most common cause of the dementia. And the two major hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease are amyloid beta plaque formation and neurofibrillary tangles. So amyloid beta plaque formation is the accumulation of amyloid beta protein inside the neuronal cells, neuronal cell membrane, and the neurofibrillary tangle is the accumulation of the hyperphosphorylated tau protein outside the neuronal cell membrane. This amyloid beta plaque formation, there is one enzyme called beta secretase, that is base 1 enzyme, which is responsible for the amyloid beta plaque formation. So till now there is no cure for Alzheimer. Whichever the treatment is available have some or other side effects. So researchers are moving towards a natural product. So from that natural products, one is anthraquinone, which has gained a lot of attention because of its cholinesterase inhibitory activity. It also prevents protein aggregation and also acts as antioxidants. So from the literature review, it is reported that the Rubiaceae family, plants from the Rubiaceae family has majority of the anthraquinones present in it. And from this Rubiaceae family, Morinda genus is the largest genus, which is in India. There are over 11 species available of Morinda. So in Morinda, it contains 67% of the anthraquinones. That's why I selected that.
The objectives of my study is the in silico studies of anthraquinone derivative as potential target for Alzheimer. Next will be the in vitro BBB permeability determination of these anthraquinones, and third will be to investigate the mechanistic role of anthraquinone in BACE1 inhibition. So till now I have completed the in silico studies, where I started with the preparation of anthraquinone library from literature review. Then these were taken ahead for pharmacophore screening and ADMET filtration. Out of that, after that we got the 5 anthraquinones that we took for molecular docking and simulations. Now, next in vitro study is yet to be done. So it will be started with the first of all checking with its cytotoxicity. Then these will be taken ahead for BBB permeability test, and then it will be checked for BACE1 inhibition. So we expect that these anthraquinone will inhibit the BACE1 enzyme and will give a neuroprotective effect. And these are some of my publications. I have published one review article which was nominated and selected for a special issue collection of cutting edge Alzheimer's article for Elsevier's Sustainability Development and Resource Center. And these two are the chapters which is communicated. And also I worked on one research article which is also communicated, and recently on 27 January presented a poster of this study in Lucknow at Indian Society of ICSB conference. Thank you.
Go back to that.
Yeah.
What can be probable numbers here? You expect? Ultimately you need one, no?
Yes, yes.
ये क्या है? पाँच का कितना?
So according to the in silico study,
Not much aware of the technicality of that.
yes, yes. So according to this in silico study, 2 compounds will get, yes.
That third test, only one compound.
Yes.
Go to title and relate this progress of because here you are writing exploring role. The basic work you are doing. But ultimately you have to
Yes. Okay, I'll do. Yes. Ma'am, we have PAMPA assay. PAMPA assay, PAMPA. It is done for blood-brain, means membrane permeability test. So it can be done through that. Yes. No, we'll make a artificial membrane and we'll do like that. Thank you.
your testing will be laboratory.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Pratima. Our next JRF is Ekta Swarnkar from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management.
Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Ekta Swarnakar, and under the guidance of Dr. Swati Godbole and Dr. Rashmi Soni, here I am presenting a working paper, Digital Financial Literacy and Risk Perception in Academia, Insight from Prospect Theory on Financial Decision Making. पढ़ेगा इंडिया तभी तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया. Literacy is very important for every economy. The literacy rate of India is 76% according to the census. But financial literacy is also important for every economy. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy, according to OECD, is a combination of financial knowledge, skill, attitude, behavior to make smart financial decisions. So according to National Center for Financial Education, the financial literacy rate of India is just 27%. We can see the difference of literacy rate is 76% and the financial literacy rate is just 27%. It means that only 1 out of 5 Indians have the financial literacy knowledge. So after post-COVID, the digitization accelerates and the growth of mutual fund accelerated from 77%, from 22.26 trillion to 39.42 trillion. So it says that the digitization has taken place in India with the online banking, mobile banking, and digital payment apps. Everyone who do investment wants high profit, means they want low risk with high profit. So what is risk literacy? So risk literacy is mentioned by Harry Markowitz is in his modern portfolio theory in 1952, where he mentioned the risk diversification and risk return concept. And for this paper, I'm using the prospect theory of Kahneman and Tversky from 1979, where he mentioned the risk aversion concept. And for this paper, I'm focusing only academicians who are teaching postgraduate and graduate students, because they are well educated and students get influenced easily from their faculties. So academician can influence faculty as well as staff for making smart financial decision. And this, as I said, this is my working paper. So I've just reached the scale development stage. So here I have developed a scale where I'm using 3 financial literacy questions, which is given by Lusardi and Michel, and 3 risk literacy question given by Tufano and Lusardi in 2009 financial crisis survey, and the Peshawar and Raleigh 2010 questionnaire for investment decision. Rest decision, digital financial literacy and investment decision questions were prepared by me and my guide. So these are the objectives of my research work. The main objective is to identify financial, digital financial, and risk literacy in academicians for making smart financial investment decisions. As per my limited understanding of literature, no study has compared digital financial literacy, risk literacy, and financial literacy all together, and especially for academicians. This is the for the scale development, I asked 23 questions to academician. The pilot testing has been done, and from the result, the reliability score is 0.952, and for validity, I have done the confirmatory factor analysis, where you can see that the Siemens score is 2.705, which is acceptable range between 1 to 3. And that indicates the model is reasonably good fit for the data. But the root mean squared error is there. So value is 0.278, which is higher for good model fit. So with the help of increase of data, I can develop the scale easily, and I can make the scale with discriminant validity also. So these are my expected outcomes using the objectives, and these are my achievements, where I have submitted a macro research proposal in IIBF under the guidance of Dr. Rashmi Soni, published an article in Forbes India, presented working paper in APJ School of Management, New Delhi, and presented excellent abstract in Somaiya conference under the guidance of Dr. Rashmi Soni. Thank you.
I could not get the title. Initially, I was confused. Then I understand that you're going to give questionnaire to academicians.
Yes, sir.
To find out their financial literacy and conclude something.
Yes, sir.
That is what you're going to do.
Yes.
But then what is the meaning of risk literacy? That I
Sir,
could not.
risk literacy there, after 2009 financial crisis, the Tufano and Lusardi developed three questions for five countries. They did the survey in 5 countries, and they checked the risk literacy where they asked about risk return concept and risk diversification. If you have these two concepts, then you are risk literate.
Okay, so that question in questionnaire, that questions will
Yes,
be there.
yes, sir.
So that whether they are aware about the risk or not.
Yes, sir.
So, but how many? Only 30 right now. You got for the minimum sample that 30.
Yes, sir. For pilot testing, I got 50 responses.
Okay.
So maybe means 50 plus responses, but 50 were eligible because they were not academicians. And as I'm only targeting academicians as they are change makers, so maybe in future I can.
So first line till that column is okay. Digital financial literacy and risk perception
In
in
academia.
academia. In academia नहीं होना चाहिए because
Within academicians.
yes, academia और academicians में बहुत जमीन आसमान का फर्क है.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I will make
और
changes.
ये line ठीक है. Insight from prospect theory on financial decision making, but your tabulation doesn't gives anything on that.
Sir, I said that prospect.
Financial decision making means that a lot of things are involved.
Yes.
But your tabulation or whatever the samples you tested, I think nothing has been done for financial decision making. Just check it. I may be wrong in that, but just check it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So title is not absolutely. I don't know whether your research title or paper title. You're
No,
talking
this is a
about,
research topic,
but
not
it cannot
PhD.
be in academia. It's a totally misleading.
Academicians, I
100%.
will make a correction. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ekta. Calling our next JRF, Sonali Kamble from Somaiya Institute for Basic and Applied Sciences.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sonali Kamble, and from Polymer Science Department, and my PhD guide is Dr. Delhi Davis, and I'm working on the electron-induced cross-linking of polymeric system. I would like to explain from very basics what is polymers. So basically, polymers are a large number of molecules made up of monomers, which are small units, and based on the structures, polymers are classified as a linear, branched, and cross-linked structure. So we have selected cross-linking structure. So basically, cross-linking forms chemical bonds between the polymer chains, which makes a durable 3D network. And this process improves the material stability, strength, resistance to heat and chemicals. So our aim is to create polymers with selection control and high performance driven by the energy of electrons at a low energy. So this E-beam technology provides us precise and additive-free method for cross-linking, and it will enhance the properties of the polymers. And I am working on a theory as well as a experimentation. And this study aims to unlock the possibilities of the possibilities for the polymer systems optimization and expand the potential of E-beam. So our objectives are, we started our study with study of polyester cross-linking using ab initio method to assess the feasibility of the reaction using E-beam. And we are further expanding our study using polyurethane, polycarbonate, and polystyrene. And we have a huge system in our lab. So we are going to do electron beam irradiation using optimized structure. So our current study is this thick trial. I am studying this esterification reaction where I am using trihydroxyethyl isocyanurate trial with isothalic acid using electron. So we are expecting the desirable ester. This we are using because it is having more than 2 functional group, so we will get a better cross linking. Our work plan is, I have done literature review, and in computational study, I am using ab initio method to model the esterification reaction using the alcohol and isocyanic acid, where I am mapping the reaction pathway along with the reaction coordinates, and I am calculating the energy of electron for cross-linking, and I am performing the electron beam irradiation that optimized polymer. We are casting the thin film, and we'll do the E-beam irradiation. And side by side, also I am doing the wet lab experiment as well. Then here are the outcomes. So first, I used alcohol and acid. So I optimized these two molecules separately, neutral and with anion, with electron. So after that, for optimization, we used MP2 method 6311G with basis sets, and we got this intermediate state. And for property calculation, we have done ROHF 631G. 631G. So this is our result over here. This is intermediate state of ester with electron, that is a SOMO, singly occupied molecular orbital. And for further desirable product, we are calculating we are doing the calculations. So this is the graph of calculation what we have done from, we are maintaining the distance between these two atoms, that is from 1 angstrom to 4 angstrom. So this is the graph of bond length versus energy, reaction coordinate of esterification reaction between triol and acid. And this work I have presented in SPSI macro, which is held at IIT Guwahati, Assam in 2023. And in our campus itself also, I have presented this work as Somaiya Polymer Science Symposia Series SP4 edition. And recently I have presented this work in NCAM, that is hosted by IIT ISM Dhanbad. And yes, thank you.
2 questions,
Yes.
and one question is common to all JRF. You just go to the presented what you're at. Last slide. Last slide. Is it the same work you presented?
Yes, sir, yes. Same means with, yes.
Careful in that.
Yes, sir.
Hello. This is not correct actually. I don't know.
Not exactly same.
No, but that means what purposefully you presented, 70% somewhere, then 80%. Okay. But 70% was common. Na? Huh? So don't break your work for presentation and all that. Okay. Instead of that, concerted journal paper or good Scopus index paper you can publish. Be careful on that.
Yes.
This is not ethically correct. If they are same, then it is not correct at all. Please take it from me.
Yes.
And last question is the laboratory facilities available here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In
whatever
our
work
campus.
is going
Yes, sir.
because,
it is
because it's a very specific application.
Yes, sir.
So requires some protection or something like that? Is it required?
Sorry?
No need, no? Anything? Nothing
Sorry?
is there. The laboratory facilities available in...
Yes, sir. It is funded by BRNS. So we have under vacuum we are doing this.
Under vacuum?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sonali. Our next JRF is Anushree Gade from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy.
So, good evening, everyone. I am Anushree Gade from Somaiya Institute for Research and Consultancy, working as a senior research fellow on a sub-power funded project entitled Predicting the Blood-Brain Barrier Permeability of gut microbes transformed low molecular weight marine polyphenols as attenuators of neuroinflammation via modulation of NF-kappa B signaling pathway. Under the guidance of Dr. Moshmi Kumar, Alzheimer's disease is one of the leading causes of death all over the world, contributing to more than 55 million cases, and this number is estimated to increase to 132 million till 2050. Currently available drugs like donepezil, rivastigmine, and galantamine are used for the symptomatic treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Diet-based approaches are emerging in order to manage the Alzheimer's disease. It is observed that countries like South Korea, Japan, Philippines, Singapore, where seaweeds are included in the daily diet, there the incidence of Alzheimer's disease is comparatively less. Seaweeds, basically brown seaweeds, are rich in fluorotannins. Fluorotannins are a type of polyphenols, and chemically they are composed of 1,3,5-trihydroxybenzene derivatives. These fluorotannins are known to inhibit the progression of Alzheimer's disease via inhibition of protein deposition, cholinesterase enzyme, and inflammatory responses. These are the approved objectives of the project, which we'll discuss in the progress report, work progress. So starting with, we extracted polyphenols, specifically fluorotannins, from brown seaweeds. The extracted fluorotannins were characterized using various spectroscopy methods. Then the extracted fluorotannins were subjected for in vitro biotransformation. In vitro biotransformation basically consisted of two steps: gastrointestinal digestion and in vitro fermentation. So when polyphenols are subjected for in vitro biotransformation, they are converted into low molecular weight polyphenols. These low molecular weight polyphenols were further characterized and evaluated for their acetylcholinesterase inhibitory activity. We also checked its metal chelation activity and antioxidant activity, and we found that their pharmacological activities, including acetylcholinesterase inhibition, antioxidant activity, and metal chelation activity, enhanced after biotransformation. So currently we are checking its BBB permeability, and in the coming duration, we are going to check its ability to inhibit various cytokines which play a major role in neuroinflammation, and how these low molecular weight polyphenols modulate NF-kappa B signaling pathway. So we expect that the low molecular weight polyphenols will cross the blood-brain barrier and there inhibit the acetylcholinesterase enzyme and might help us in managing Alzheimer's disease. So during the tenure, we published several review and research articles, and I also presented this work at ISCB International Conference held at Lucknow. As a part of this project, we also organized a one-day SSR program covering integrating in silico and in vitro approaches for drug discovery, where the students were engaged in demonstration of cell culture facility, drug design suite, and sophisticated analytical instruments. And one research intern was also trained during the tenure of May-June 24. Yes, thank you.
Next one. This is simulation, no? Simulation क्या है और actual laboratory test?
Sir, actually laboratory work.
Laboratory
yes.
work, actually. Okay. Go to the title then. Predicting the blood-brain barrier permeability. Why you are saying predicting? I could not get exactly. Because the rest of the words doesn't support that predicting.
Sir, because now currently we are working on its BBB permeability. We'll check the BBB permeability of the low molecular weight polyphenols.
Fine.
Yes.
But why predicting what is that? Just check. Estimating नहीं होएगा, नहीं होएगा. Or this is the blood-brain barrier permeability. Okay, why you are saying predicting? I could not get it. Fine, just check it.
Because these low molecular weight polyphenols, we want to check whether they have the ability to cross BBB or not. Yes, that's why.
To the question, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. And next question will be in how much quantity? Yes.
But then how it will support the predicting work in
At last we will, means from the results we can get if can they cross the BBB permeability or not. Yes.
But you are sure, right?
Yes, we are.
But then predicting. I think I'm correct.
Passing. Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. That it is inhibiting acetylcholinesterase. Yes. Yes, ma'am. That I'll have to check. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushri. Our next JRF is Ratisha Kotian from Somaiya School of Applied and Basic Sciences.
Very good evening to everyone. I am Rutisha Kotian, JRF under the BRNS project and a PhD chemistry student under the guidance of Dr. Dali Davis. So today the title of my presentation is Electron-Mediated Covalent Association of N-heterocycles, a novel mechanism for interstellar molecular growth. So before I begin, I would like to mention that my thesis title has been approved, and this is the title, Electron-Molecule Interaction in Astrochemical Environments, Implications for Space Chemistry and Molecular Evolution. So under my research work so far, I have done electron-induced studies with molecules like norbornadiene, a bicyclo compound, methoxyethanol, and methyl acetate. But today my focus is on nitrogen substituted heterocycles. So to begin with, these N-heterocycles, firstly, they have some links to our life. Molecules like pyridine, pyrazine, etc. So why they are important is because they form subunits of DNA and RNA. But surprisingly, these molecules have been detected in some meteorites, chondrites. So there is sufficient evidence for its extraterrestrial origins, and that is why it is of my interest. And studying reaction mechanisms of aromatic molecules will, in a way, help us enhance understanding of astrochemistry. There are already many aromatic molecules that have been confirmed in ISM, so I would like to mention that as well. So coming to the objectives. So in my work, I am working with low energy electrons. So low energy electrons, they are present in ISM, and our aim is to understand the chemical reactions that are initiated due to these low energy electrons, which could act as a potential pathway for molecular mass growth synthesis. And today I'm presenting one such reaction mechanism that I've studied using associative electron attachment of low energy electrons. So this is actually the work that I have almost completed. So we have done electron attachment calculations using ab initio, MP2, ROHF, RHF level of theory using 6311G basis set. So just to give a gist, we started with the pi-stacked pyridine molecules, and we attached two very low energy electrons. And what we have seen is there is a very strong, in that image, C you can see, there's a very strong covalent bond forming between the two heterocycles. So its bond length is like exactly 1.7 angstrom. And not just that, why I talk about molecular mass growth pathway, because in this process, the aromaticity is lost and we generate two nucleophilic centers at the ends. So we have two nucleophilic centers which may react with other molecules, or it may break down, and it also has a lifetime of nanoseconds, sufficient time to react. And this work we have done using EOMCST method as well. And we also do experimental simulations. The second image is the experimental setup at BRC, which I had presented last year. So it's an ultra-high vacuum chamber in which we do our electron and radiation studies. There's a FTIR as well as RGA probe. So this is about my experimental work, and I have studied few molecules, and still some molecules are under study. So these are the list of publications in conferences and symposium. So I presented in TSRP 2024, and Organics in Space, IIST, and SP4 here at Somaiya University, and in Camp IIT Dhanbad, as well as recently I presented my work in the celebration of 100 years of chemistry at Nehru Center. So yes, that's it. Thank you. I would like to acknowledge my co-guide, that is Sajeev sir, KJ Bhushan, DAE BRNS funding for the facilities, and BRC for the support. And yeah, thank you. This is the outcome of my theoretical work. Yes, yes, yes. We do theoretical simulations, and we also do experimental. Yes, this is the theoretical work. This is the experimental setup in which I have studied a few molecules which I didn't present in this. No, I didn't present it today. Yes. No, it's not the outcome of it. It's the outcome of the theoretical work, the first 2 points. No, actually I did that at BRC. We have supercomputers there. So that's also at BRC, and this is also at BRC. I'm doing, it's ongoing. Yes. There are results. I presented norbernardine last year. In this I didn't add, yes. Yes, university, of course, I'm a PhD student. Yes. I will mention that. Sorry.
Thank you, Ratisha. Our next JRF is Pranjal Gandre from KJ Somaiya School of Engineering.
Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Pranjal Gandre. I am a JRF working under the guidance of Dr. Lukman Mahmood sir. The project title is Development of Solar Salt, Molten Solar Salt with Enhanced Thermal Properties and Heat Transfer Characteristics for Solar Thermal Applications. As we all know that the fossil fuel dependency has increased the carbon footprint, which has led to an increase in global warming. Therefore, it is very necessary for more cleaner and sustainable energy production techniques. One of such solution is a concentrated solar power plant. So a concentrated solar power plant needs a molten salt, which not only transfers the heat energy to the further fluid, which again gives heat to, from the heat exchanger to the secondary fluid and runs the turbine and generates electricity, but the solar salt also stores energy. So my work is basically on the molten salt. The commercially used solar salt, that is a binary salt. It is a binary nitrate salt of potassium nitrate and sodium nitrate. So the objectives of my work is to develop a low melting quaternary salt, which has a melting point of around 110 to 160 degrees centigrade for the solar thermal applications. Then we further have to measure and model its thermophysical properties like density, viscosity, thermal conductivity, and specific heat capacity. These values are largely required for designing of a CSP plant. Further, we are going to add nanomaterials and nanomaterials to it to enhance the thermal conductivity and heat transfer property. Lastly, we are going to benchmark this salt with the commercially used solar salt for cooking and frying applications. So this is a detailed work plan of the project. Firstly, we are going to start with the ternary nitrate salt, wherein I'm going to add calcium nitrate and magnesium nitrate to the commercial solar salt. Then we are going to add a fourth material to make it a quaternary salt. Further, we are going to add nanomaterials to enhance the thermal conductivity and CP. Then we are going to add do the thermophysical testing before and after addition of the nanoparticles. For the thermophysical testing, we are going to test for density, viscosity, specific heat capacity. We are also going to measure its melting temperature, decomposition temperature, and thermal conductivity. After doing all these measures, we are going to select the optimal salt and calculate the energy storage. And we are going to do the solar cooker setup on the terrace of the B building. And we are going to test it with the commercial solar salt and calculate the efficiency at the end. So this is the setup that is in the B011 lab in Bhaskaracharya building, wherein Mettler Toledo mass balance is used for doing the density testing. Brookfield viscometer is used to measure the viscosity of the molten salt. And data logger paired with the mass balance is used for doing thermogravimetric analysis. We have also fabricated the stainless steel crucibles and bob for doing all these experimental procedures. Because stainless steel 306 is compatible with our nitrate salt. If anyone is interested in a detailed experimental procedure, can visit the lab, and I'll be happy to share the detailed in-depth explanation of the experimental procedure. I have presented my paper of calcium-based ternary nitrate salt for concentrating solar power application in the 12th International Conference of Molten Slag, Fluxes and Salts in Brisbane, Australia. I'm happy to share that our paper was also selected in the highlights of the conference. I also attended a workshop of FACSI software over there, and I also attended a workshop on TGDTA DSC at IIT Bombay CEF. I also completed a webinar on laser flash analysis organized by NESH. Thank you.
Just go to the title. What is development of, ultimately, development of molten salts with enhanced thermal properties, okay, because it is a solar plant, so we should be worried about the thermal properties. And heat transfer for solar thermal applications. But I could not get it, development of with word samjhane mujhe. What?
So we are going to develop a salt in comparison with the commercial solar salt. So which has quite a few thermal properties and characteristics. So we are going to improve the same.
Get the meaning of that with, but you know, when I read the title, that with word is
Okay.
getting little confused. Okay, just check it. You're
Okay, sir.
mainly what enhancement of thermal properties and heat transfer characteristics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, heat thermal properties includes the heat transfer characteristics, no? Or no? It will include, no? Obviously.
Yeah.
Thermal properties will include heat transfer characteristics. 100%. I think I'm sure about it.
Yes, they'll
Why you are
influence,
mentioning separately them? That is what. Just check it. Okay. And whether you will have the results presented related to the other thermal properties parameters as well as the heat transfer.
So I have the results,
Just
but
check
I
it.
did not.
The title
Okay, sure.
looks more, what you can, more words are there. Just check.
Okay, sir. Any questions? Yes, sir.
This nitrates you have chosen there, they are presently used,
Yes.
and we are putting the quaternary salt.
No. Commercially used solar salt is being used. That is a binary nitrate mixture of sodium and potassium nitrate. There are also research being done on ternary nitrate salts. There are a few quaternary salts that the research is being done, but ours will be a novel material because the compositions are different. So even if you add four of the materials, the compositions will be different. Therefore, the thermophysical properties will be different.
You will have any organic compound there in the mixture?
Already
Organic.
organic. So thermal oils are being used, but the efficiency of thermal oils is lesser than the solar salt. So organic as in are not used because they cannot store energy. They are just heat transfer fluids. They cannot store energy.
Yeah, nitrate sometimes at high temperature.
Yeah, solar salt stores energy for 6 to 8 hours. So we are trying to increase the range of those.
No. Nitrates in composition, in combination of some chemicals can be explosive. So take care of that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One question. There will be a solar panel and whole cycle you will show that your
Yes, sir.
or it will be isolated only laboratory testing and solar is just for solar system itself.
No, sir. It will be there is a parabolic scaffler dish which is installed on the terrace, and we'll be keeping a stainless steel cooker setup. Yes, sir. It is a whole cycle. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So ultimately you will test your solar system itself using this.
Correct, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're coming to the last presentation of this session. So, calling Regina K from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. She's not there.
So actually, I ask questions after every presentation. Only one suggestion. Even I told Madam that this arm, whatever the, we are talking about the thrust area, basically. And ultimately, everyone is talking about how our university is strong in particular domain area, correct? When I do the presentation, 15, 16 JRF students did the presentation. There were other presentations also, okay? So this is not specific to JRF. When we want to show that our university is strong in particular area, those all area presentations should be together, okay? And then, as we say that collaborative work, I can see 2-3 presentations were in same domain area. I think Almeiser, that this is correct. Maybe same guide or maybe same institute, but probably we'll find some other institute also similar work is going on. So just check in. My suggestion will be the thrust area or the domain area wise grouping of the presentation. It can be a JRF student or a PhD student or PG student or whosoever may be, okay? So that is only my suggestion for the organization as such. And lastly, really thank to Dr. Narayan Khedkar and Moshe Madam and everyone for inviting me. Probably people might have surprised that how COE can be a reviewer, but I hope that I have done my job and I have justified my role for which you are called. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Dr. A.V. Radhakrishnan, sir, to come on stage and kindly give sir the token of appreciation for his time and suggestions, and Dr. Moshmi Kumar too, the convener of the session. So the ARM team thanks you for your contribution. RK.